You can do it by hand, but with read the question. So there's two people purchase shirt and pants from the store. So it said Hyro purchased four shirt and two pants for 86. So I can see there would be this one is right. This one no, this one would equal 166. So that one's wrong. So we don't know. Okay, so we let's think that this is Hyro. Okay, and let's see if Sophia. Oh, actually, this is it. Okay, so let's say X is on site and Y is online. So X and Y are the two variable, and they asking how many hours does each of online training course more than on site. So they want to know how many Y more than how many the online more than the hours from the on-site. And they give you the equation such as 10x plus 15y equal to 85. Um, so the 85 is the hours, okay, and x is the numbers of the class, the course, and this is also the number of the course, okay, for course that's on-site and this is online. So the 10 and the 15 that have to be the hour that's on site, and the 15 that need to be the hours of online. So that's how they come up with 85 hours. So this question, no need to calculate, no need to graph or anything. All you have to do is analyze the question, think about which of the coefficients, the variable, and what is on the equations. So then they want how many y more than x. So you're going to do 15 minus 10 equals to 5. So that's 5 more hours that she taken online than on site. All right, let's so you read the questions. So now they say that lie. Here we go. Every time you see the lie, okay. So now thinking about the lie equation, okay. Um, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So let's find the slope. So the slope of the equation from they say the table is the corresponding of the line y. So now we use the slope formulas to find the slope m of the line y. So we can take any 2 points that we want. That you were provided 3 different points, so you can use any two. Okay. So here I can use 160 minus 130 divided by 23 over 18. With where did I get them from? So the slope gonna be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So that's where I get it from. So you can even do 178 minus 160 over 26 minus 23. The answer is exactly the same. So the numerator is 30, the bottom is 5, so the answer is 6. So now I know that my line has the slope of a 6, and I'm going to write it down as this. Now I need to know my y-intercept. So the b is the y-intercept. Okay, so I need to find the y-intercept. So now what happened if um, the what happened when the point is the y-intercept? So thinking about the graph, x and y coordinate plane. So y-intercept are those points. So let's say we're talking about multiple lines, okay? So all this point that on the y-axis, we call the y-intercept. So the y-intercept always want to have the x values at 0 and whatever the y is. We don't know, okay? So now um, we can use one of this point, okay, to plug in to find the values of b. So we can use point. So now I'm gonna plug in the point to find the b first, and then we're gonna find the y-intercept. So here is what happened if I use the point. Okay, let's use the point 18130 to phi b. Okay, so that means that x is equal to 18 and y equal to 130. All right, so I want to plug the numbers in. So 130 equal to 6 times 18 in the bracket. That's what it means multiplications. So 6 times 18. So I'm going to use my calculator. Let's multiply that. Okay, so it's 108. So 130 minus 108, so be 22. So that's my B. Okay, so now my equations became y equals 6x plus 22. So now we know there's 4 points. Look at those points. Okay, so they want the x-intercept. X-intercept is when y equal to 0. So now let's see if what is the lie is if we have the y-intercept. Okay, um, so but first, let's take care of the transformation first. They say the line H translating down 5 unit. Okay, so it's translating down, so it's shift down, translating 5 unit. That means this line going down 5 units, so you have to minus 22 from 5. And now we need to find the x when y equal to 0, okay? Because we want the x-intercept. So x-intercept means all those points on the x-axis. That is when y equal to 0, as you can see there. All these y values equal to 0. So I put the zeros in here. Now I'm going to solve for x. So 6x minus, no, there was 22 minus 5 is positive 17. Okay. All right, now I'm going to minus 17 on both sides. I divide it by 6. So that's my x. So the whole thing would be, oh, so the answer is D. So they give you the system of equations. A and B are constants. And the graph of this system equations intersect at point 4y. What is the values of A? So now since we know that the intersection is at 4y. So that means x equal to 4. So go ahead and use this information to rewrite our equations with x equal to 4. So we have, so every x that you see from the system equation, we're going to plug the number 4 in for x. We would get 4a plus b, y equals 72. Now 6 times 4 plus 2by equals 56. So I would like to do this by subtracting the equation in the system equations. What I mean is, if you're looking at the middle term by and the bottom 2by, the only difference here is number 2. So therefore, I'm going to multiply my first equations with 2. So I have the 2by on the first equation, as I also keep the 2by on the second equation. So again, I'm multiplying my first equation by 2. I will get a plus 2by. Now 72 times 2 is 144. My second equation I keep exactly the same. 6 times 4 is 24. This is letter B. I'm not trying to confuse you with that number 6 there. 2by equals 56. So now since I have the 2by on the first equation and I have 2by on the second equations, what I would do is I'm going to subtract. Okay, so again, I'm going to subtract the whole thing. Okay, vertically, straight down. And now AA minus 24. We couldn't do anything there. Now the 2by cancel out. All right, this is gone. All right, now 144 minus 56 is 88. I'm going to solve for 8. I'm going to add 24 here. I'm going to plus 24 to the right. So I have AA. Those two's gone. Equal to 112. I divide everything by 8 to 14. So the answer is 14. This question asks for the slope of J if it's perpendicular to K. So right now the slope of K, of line K, is 3, positive 3. So the slope of line J is just going to be the flip reciprocal, so the opposite reciprocal. So you flip 3. 3 is 3 over 1. So you flip it, you're going to get 1 over 3. But you have to switch the side. Right now it's positive for like K. Like J, you're going to have a negative 1 over 3. So the answer is A. For this question, sometimes you think that you have to use dash points to solve the equations, but it's useless. Think about the point 82. Okay, and answer choice. So what's point 82? I mean, x equal to 8 and y equal to 2. So look at the answer choice that they give it to you. X either greater than 0 or less than 0, same thing as y. So look at x equal to 8. This definitely greater than 0. Y equal to 2, definitely greater than 0. So the only answer choice here is A. For this question, um, it's easy to use the first equation to solve for x. So that's what I'm going to do. So x equal to 15 divided by 5 is 3. Then I'm going to use x equal to 3, plug in the second equations. I'm going to have negative 4 times 3 plus y equal negative 2. Negative 4 times 3, negative 12, plus y equal negative 2. Add plus 12 on both sides, like this. then y equal to 10. But they ask you what is x plus y. So x plus y, 3 plus 10 equal 13. The answer is C. For this question, they didn't even give you equations. They give you the graph. So you have two graphs intersect at a point. That point is right there. So that point is the solutions of this system equations. So that would be according to the x and y coordinate, that point is 2, 3. So the answer is C. For this problem, I need to solve for y first before I know what the slope is. I have 4y equal to ax, no, plus ax equal to 6. I'm going to minus 8x on both sides, and I want to keep the 8x, the x term in front of the constants. And that's what I'm going to do. So it'll be negative ax plus 6. I'm going to divide everything by 4. So 4y over 4 is 1y, which is y. Negative 4 divided by 4 is negative 2x. And then I'm going to have 6 over 4. 6 over 4, which is, let's rewrite. So 6 over 4 is 3 over 2. Okay, but that, not not really important. Because right now we just want the slope. That is perpendicular slope of R. That is perpendicular to P. So this is line P. Okay, so the slope of R, which is perpendicular to P, would be, so negative 2 over 1. So I'm going to flip it, then I'm going to have 1 over 2. Because I not only I'm going to flip the slope of like P, I need to also switch the size of the slope. So it was negative 2 over 1. Now flip it, 1 over 2. I switch the sign, negative to positive. So R, the slope of R equal to half. On this question, make sure you read the question. They say the length X. So this is the length. So they say the length is X. And they say the perimeter is 36. And they also give you this point right here. And they want to know what is that point. So we know the length is 8. Now the perimeter. So what is the perimeter? You add in all the sides. So if you have a length, the other one must be the width. So if you um, try to find the perimeter um, of a rectangle, okay, so let's say if you have a rectangle and if you have the length is 8, 8, and the width need to be 10 and 10. Because when you add in everything, all the side, you add in all the side, you would get 36. So if you want me to show you the entire thing, so the answer is C. Make sure you read the questions. So right now let me start with the questions here. They say which of the following inequality that um the time that he wait for the bus which is would be fastest for Adam to walk to school. So it's only taking 20 minutes to get to school. But the time he wait for the bus, it varies from 0 to 30. So in order for him to get to school with the bus faster than the time that he walked, need to be less than 20. Okay, so you only have two choices here, either A or C. So you have two choices there. And now which one is the right one? when the time that he wait on the bus W minus the time that the bus taking him to school. So you have to pick the first one. Okay. Okay, the question is very wordy, but it's very easy if you read the question. They also give it to you. X is the number of smaller, right here, container. And they want to know which is the following represent the smaller container. So we don't have much choice here. So then there has to be between either E or D, because that is the only two answer choice that has 548. Okay, now but they only want the price. They don't want the price and time the container. Okay, so if you have 548x, so this is the price, the cost, and the number of the container. So this easy question, but a lot of people make mistake. They pick D. I just want to point it out for you. This question is easy, but also it's easy to make a mistake. Okay, so we have to pick only the price. So which is A. So make sure you read the questions and know what they're asking and know what the term on the equation is.